Top of the morning. Hello, world. The champ is here. Yeah, you know, start my morning off with the Joker and Miss Arkansas the comedian live at Green Links Media. Yeah, 7 to 10 a.m. every morning of the weekday. Tap in, man. Get your day started the right way. Yeah. And when you see me, act like you know. The champ is here. Go on.
This is why you're a broke musician. Everyone's always so mad. They're saying the music business doesn't want us to succeed. Well, right now, this is the best time to be an artist, but you are not making the best decisions. See, most musicians are sending to Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, which all pay a fraction of a penny when people listen to their music. Is that worth it? Imagine if you looked into the newspaper and it said, there's a job offer. We pay you fractions of a penny. Would anybody be excited for that? No. The problem is most artists don't have any offers. They just send people to Spotify. That's their offer. My offer is I could get paid a fraction of a penny. They haven't set up a page that shows how much that they charge for a show. They don't have their website, and they're not driving traffic to their website where people can actually buy their albums. They don't have any membership platforms where people can now subscribe to them for $5 a month. There's no way for anybody to spend more money with them, even if they wanted to. So for you as an artist, what you do with this information is first, you need to start off by creating offers. Perform at someone's birthday party. What does that cost? Put it on your website. What does an album cost? Put it on your website. How much does a custom song cost? Put it on your website. You have to have other options for people to buy something from you than to just go to Spotify and pay you a fraction of a penny.
Yes, sir. Swish. Joy. Full moon makes the sky glow. Top down as I drive slow. I'm on the highway, blowing hydro. We about to hit the club with our low. I said, bartender, make my drink strong. Give me a double shot on the rocks, straight Patron. I look young, Lord, and I'm feeling grown. They play Marvin Gaye. Oh, let's get it on. Front to back and wall to wall. Oh, with some stallions in there, Lord, and I want them all. I see Shawty right there, dancing all alone. I say, excuse me, miss, you mind if I dance along? She said, dynamite, boy, you got it going on. And I've been waiting for Mr. Right to come and take me home. And I told her, easy, take it slow. The ride is much smoother when you're in cruise control. Pump your brakes, baby, slow your roll. Yeah, the journey is sweet, when you're in cruise control. Yeah, you know me, I don't know you, and I ain't never seen you when I roll through, and I got a strong feeling you tryna take a ride. Take a deep breath first, it's a purple haze. Dang, rewind that track, run that back. It's Mr. Dynamite putting it down like that. In the big body like you can scratch out flat. Now hit the button on the side, gal, and lean on back. She said I like it in cruise control. Slow mo, baby, that's just how I roll. Drop top down so my hair can blow. Now put the fire to the spliff, gal. Take it slow. The ride is much smoother when you're in cruise control. Pump your brakes,
Yeah, pump them brakes, y'all. Yeah, it's your boy the Joke with Overlook MC right here on the morning show. Right here on this tired morning. Tired as I don't know what. You know what I'm saying? Right here on the morning show. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all on your mental health between 1 and 10? Where you on your mental health between 1 and 10? Where are your mental health between 1 and 10? Let us know in the chat right now. I'm here with the Vet Green, the Queen. And I'm here with the funny Queen, Miss Arkansas. Where y'all on your mental health? I'm at a 10 this morning. A good solid hardcore 10. You know what I'm saying?
10.
Feeling all right. You
I'm
know
at a
where y'all at?
10 with my painted drip. 10,
Yeah.
10, 10. Hey, I'm a fox this morning.
Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah. We all let on you at 10. Beck Green the Queen, where you at this morning on your mental health?
I'm claiming a 10, bro.
You
Claiming a 10.
Claiming a 10. We're gonna help that out. We're gonna help that out this morning.
Right.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
indeed.
Everybody go ahead and send some love to Beck Green the Queen.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Send
You know what I'm saying?
positive energy. Right.
Giving some uplifting. You know what I'm saying?
Pray
In
all
the name
is
of the
well
Father
with
and the
all.
Son and the Holy Ghost. Understand me?
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
The
claiming
Trinity
it.
of
I'm
love.
claiming it.
Trinity of
Yeah,
love.
amen.
Yeah, send all three of them. Yeah, yes,
Come on
sir.
now.
Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right here on the morning show, doing what it do.
Y'all know
Everybody
what
know what's
today
doing the time.
is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Today
They
is Wednesday. Take your trash out. Whether it's
take the
spiritually, physically,
Right.
whatever. Mentally, get that trash out.
Yeah, I did that this morning. I was mad as hell what I got to do this morning. Because I forgot about it. Yeah, I got this morning and said, I gotta take that damn trash out. Man.
That's right. Get mad about it.
And guess what? It got the nerve to be 2 bags this week.
Oh wow.
2 big old bags.
Right.
Yeah.
It's big garbage day here today.
Oh yeah, they got everything out there. They got dressers and couches and chairs and all types of stuff out there now.
Everything.
Yeah, old big wheels and toys and all that out there.
Not the old big wheels, bro.
Look, they done got some money from somewhere.
Yeah, I
Good
remember back in
morning,
the day,
my
man.
cousin Cherie.
Good morning, y'all. Yeah, put it in the chat, y'all. Make us see where y'all at this morning on this amazing. Shout out to all the people that's tuning in. Although we got a lot of new listeners too out of Jersey, a lot of new listeners in North Carolina, a lot of new listeners in Texas tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hobbs, New Mexico. We got some new listeners in Hobbs, New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? We got some new listeners in Chi-Town. Shout out to Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, got a lot of new listeners.
Shout out to the UK.
Yeah, the UK is definitely tuning in.
Right.
Yeah, Australia tuning in. You know what I mean? Shout out to so you know what I'm saying? Give a shout out to all our people that's tuned in the morning. Yeah, we out here mental health. Yeah. Cuzzo said she had a 10 this morning, and she's highly favored. Yeah,
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? And the 10 moving smoothly this morning. You know what I'm saying? Ain't your glory and let your light shine without the candlelight. Understand me?
Ain't that right?
Huh? Yeah, Yankee candle got nothing on your shine. Understand me?
That's when it really shines.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No doubt right here this morning on the morning show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Dynamite Croons up there in the theme music off the chain. He be jamming with that joint, don't he?
Yes, I'm so excited. The 20th ain't coming fast enough.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful wake you up in the morning, get you grooving in the morning.
Right.
Yeah,
you don't move off of that, something wrong with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something wrong with
telling you to pump your brakes. He telling
pump
you
your brakes. Yeah, and slow your roll. Pump your brakes and slow your roll. Good. You know, I always want to rush up in the morning. Just go ahead and relax.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
He said, I
Everything gonna
said,
be all
bartender, pour me a
right.
drink.
Yeah, yeah.
I said, bartender.
Yes, yes. And make sure it's strong.
When I put these on, I ain't
Okay.
running my break.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Got the paint and drip in the building. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
all the
yes.
way in Arkansas, baby.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Customized shoestrings and
If
all that.
y'all seen them before shoes, you'll love these after.
Yeah,
And the
those
good
are
Yeah,
part
good.
about my paint drip, these was some used shoes, and he
yeah,
hooked them up.
yeah, yeah. Bring them back to
Yeah,
Brought him
life.
so
back. He
whether
was
they
such
old or new, the
Yeah,
Joker
they,
got you.
yeah, bring them back to
he
life.
brought
They
him
was on
back to
life
life.
support. They was on
Right,
life
wrong.
support. Uh, they was on oxygen and all that. Uh, we almost had to pull the plug on that one, boy. Ooh, Lord.
And oh my God, I love my box.
Yeah, oh yeah, the painted
I
drip box,
know.
the shoe
Yes,
box. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. I
It
got to
say
get some more
artwork from the soul.
artwork from the soul. That's right. That's
I
right.
mean, he put his all in it, and I
Yeah,
appreciate it. I love it.
yeah, yes. To appreciate you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Being an ambassador for the
Give me
painted drip.
5 minutes, y'all, to
right.
transition from out the car.
No
Y'all
doubt, no
give me a
doubt,
minute.
no doubt. Yeah, we
Give
appreciate
me
everybody tuned all the way in.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, she be right back through. The vet Green, the Queen,
right.
lifing. She lifing
That
live,
shoe
y'all,
say,
on the
that
show.
shoe say Miss Arkansas. I'm gonna wear it till it say South.
Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I got that
I'm
seal on it.
representing my comedian
Yeah,
friend Skill Hudson this morning. Very funny
yeah,
comedian. I just happen to have on his shirt this morning.
yeah,
So
the
shout out
merch.
to Skill Hudson. When I say
Yeah,
hilarious, yes, hilarious.
yes, yes, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Shout
He
out to
from
Vet Green, the
Chicago, but he
Queen.
out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Green, the Queen, with her new merch. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to get my
Yes.
shirt. Your new merch come because you got new merch coming and off the chain. So
Come
you know what
on.
I'm saying? Everybody up here, everybody on their business. You know what I'm saying?
I got
And
me
we
some
definitely
more
growing.
cups in the mail. They on their way. They should be here any day.
Okay, okay. It's
These
gonna
I
be
added my Cash App information. So when they be talking about you got Cash App, go on scan that cup. You can watch the comedy and pay me.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. It's gonna be the same color or different color.
No, I'm gonna stick with the same color since that's
Okay.
what I started with. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. No doubt,
Yeah,
no
make them
doubt.
look forward to that color. Then when I
Yeah.
get ready to get something else, it'll be something different, not no cup. You know.
Right, right. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, we definitely appreciate everybody tuned in on the morning show. You
Yes.
know
Good
what I'm saying?
morning, everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Put it in the chat where you at on your mental health and all that good stuff and all that. And yeah, I've been real busy yesterday, so I didn't really get a chance to really get in what was be going on out here in the streets. So I didn't get no
Right.
information because I was doing what I'm doing back. I'm back punching in the clear eye. You know, I'm gonna have to get that interview out the way, and it went pretty good. You know what I'm saying? You
Well,
know
you
what I
know they
mean?
did find Biden's son guilty and ready to put him away. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
My
Okay.
thing is crime is crime.
Yeah.
And do everybody be fair. Where is the justice?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
you ain't
Yeah.
gonna charge me. Ain't no sense of bringing me in. That's how I
Yeah.
feel about it.
Yeah. That part. That part. Yeah. 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 We won't get deeper down into that situation. It's like a lot going on.
I'm a
Lot
sign
going on.
get a petition going and let people sign it.
Yeah. 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 Well, as
Cause if we
of
don't say nothing, they ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right. Yeah, definitely. As of today, you know what I'm saying? I believe within a couple of days, it'd be within a month ready for a football preseason or football
Yeah.
practice. Football practice going to start within 32 days, and people
My
excited about
grandson
that.
them gearing up, they getting ready for the Mighty
Yeah.
Vikings. They
Yeah.
Broadway Joe on the morning show was talking about that yesterday too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be back out there in the field with him, you know.
Yeah, and I guess shout out to a lot of athletes, man, trying out for the Olympics that's making the team. You know what I mean? That's been going on for a couple weeks.
Congratulations.
To a couple people from Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? We
Okay.
have 3 athletes in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? Doing what it do. You know what I'm saying? And and made it on the team. You got one
That's what's up.
made it to the volleyball team. Another one made it on a baseball team. And another
Okay.
one made it on the track team out here in Pittsburgh. So shout out to them. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? And doing the do. Shout out to the U.S. Basketball team. Started their practice. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James and Curry and all them. The two they call that the Dream Team 2. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So shout out to them starting their practice for the Olympics starting in August. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
I believe it's August 3rd that the Olympics gonna start up. You know what I mean? So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? So get ready to watch some, going for the gold. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. So that's kind of sweet. So we're gonna have a busy summer on the athletic side of things. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
My favorite thing to watch is the swimming, and I like to watch the track and field. And now and then I dip in on all other ones. Sometimes a little bit of soccer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
something different.
yeah, sometimes I watch a little bit of soccer. I watch a little bit of the volleyball, stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I dip in and watch, and then keep it on that channel and see what's going on.
Right.
Stay on things, you know what I mean? So shout out to the athletes who are making the team out here in our country, making it do what it do.
Making stuff happen. Yes.
Yeah, salute to that.
Keeps
You know what I mean?
real excitement going on in the world. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not all
Yeah.
that drama.
Miss Brown, good morning. Good morning.
Good
This morning. Where you at?
Good morning, Miss Brown.
Well, where you at on your mid-12 between 1 and 10? Where your mid-12 between 1 and 10? Miss Brown, you know what I'm saying? Coming in this morning on the morning show podcast. Make sure y'all continue to share.
Anything under 10, I'm going to call her when I get off of her because she stay high up on her numbers.
Yes. Yeah, make sure y'all keep sharing, man. Share it to your people. Let me know what's on. Add highlights if you can. You know what I'm saying? Share it. You know what I'm saying? Throw in people's inboxes that we live. You know what I'm saying? Go to the morning show. Because, like everybody say, it's a vibe when you listen to the show. We definitely it's definitely a good vibe.
Yesterday, I did a lot of ripping and running, like the older people say, ripping and running. Yeah. What she said she had? 12.
She had 12 plus.
Yeah. Come on now. I told you.
Yeah, get some of that energy to Vet Green. Get extra to Vet Green, the queen. Give her a little bit of that.
Right, give her them extra too.
Yeah.
Man, she'll have 11 because I know she's right at a 9 now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Prayers go out to her mom. You know what I'm saying? I pray all is well with her.
Yeah. Definitely. We always praying. We're praying warriors.
Be with her while she on that road taking care of stuff. You have to pray for that too because you don't know how these crazy folks driving.
You ain't never said, never lied on that one, but oh Lord! Yesterday I was on the road, got me a lift to go where I had to go. That traffic was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? That they never drove before. Like, where did you get your license?
They doing a lot of construction, and when the light change, if you going, you can't. And the line that you're trying to get in is real long and already too far out. You got to go around that other lane. In the other lane. So I go around in the other lane. It's some big old barrels right there. I'm honking my horn. And like I say now, I ain't got a prejudice bone in my body, y'all. I promise I don't.
Yeah.
But this white man and his son, they right there. They window down. So I let mine down. Excuse me, sir. Can I please get over? You shouldn't have got over there.
Yeah.
It took everything in me not to cuss that man out. Sir, can I please get over? Then he went up. Come on.
Yeah.
But the old me would have cussed him out and just waited on the next person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It don't pay to be mean to people. Even if they mean to you, don't be mean to them. You know?
Yeah.
That'll put the fire out quicker than to start it up.
That roll rage is crazy.
Got over there. What I gotta do? Have an accident?
Yeah.
What you rather for me to do?
Right.
So I was out yesterday taking care of a lot of things. That was the only little crazy thing that happened. But, just getting a lot of stuff done and getting some more people excited about my show on the 20th.
Yeah. Make sure you go ahead and make it do what it do out there in Arkansas.
Right.
Get y'all tickets, man. Get y'all tickets. And you know what I'm saying?
Get
They
your
still
tickets.
on.
Ain't but a few left. Then it's just
Yeah.
20 at the door. You know, it still ain't no whole lot of money for
Yeah.
this show right here. Everybody on this show is worth a whole lot of money.
Yeah. Go ahead and do what it
So
do,
go
y'all.
on, get that little 20, come on in and have a good time. They got good food. I done had that. And I
Yes.
see the people drinking all the time, so they let me know they got good drinks.
Yes.
You
Yeah. No
know,
doubt. Yeah, we gonna go ahead.
good people working there. Good people
Yeah.
go there. Hey, I like
Yeah.
the place, so
Yes.
come on
See
out.
what's up on here. What's else up on here? No doubt. Yeah. The minis always. Yeah, you right about that. Yeah, they just stay busy
Right.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? But we got the Most High on our side. We good.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? We good because the Most High ain't playing no games. He give me.
That's why we're gonna
He
pump
put,
our brakes and know that God is God.
yeah. You know what I'm saying, man? My father ain't playing
And
no
you
games.
know, yesterday another thing that happened. One of my comedian friends, he said he had went to prison a little while back, and cause he was drinking, and you know that'll send you to prison too, causing accidents and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, he one of the people at the rehabilitation place, the rehab and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So he interviewed people. He got this class he got to take, and he got to have some interviews and stuff. And one of our other comedian friend, he said, asked him, "Have you asked Miss Arkansas to tell you her story?" So he called me last night and interviewed me, you know, asking me how did I get started and how did I get off it and what's keeping me and all that good stuff. And it was just such an honor to be able to answer those questions for him, to help somebody else that's in that program.
Yeah.
Then I had met another man that got something to do with that, and he wanted me to speak. He actually texted me last night and said July the 28th. And I had to contact him back and let him know July the 28th, God say the same. I'm in St. Louis, Missouri at the Zach Theater. So he gave me another date that he want me to come in and share with the people. So God doing like the GPS lady, he rerouted me for some reason with this speaking and sharing, you know. So
yeah, that's dope.
I
No
said that's
doubt.
what's up too.
Let's
Well,
get out.
he said
Yeah.
he'll use anybody to get them to
Or
know about him.
anybody, it
So
don't matter. Don't
come on,
matter.
ain't that right? So
Yeah,
use
no
me,
doubt.
Lord. That's all I'm saying.
We gonna be jam out this morning. Can we jam out this morning? Let's go ahead and jam out this morning.
What's good, y'all? I'm Devonair of Divine and Devonair, Buffalo, New York's hip-hop iconic pioneers. And I'm here to tell y'all that I'm here every morning from 7 to 9 a.m. Eastern Time, listening to the music marketing of The Joker, The Overlooked MC, and Hot Topics from Vet Green to Queen from the Morning Show podcast. Y'all make sure y'all tune in every morning, you dig? Peace.
Yeah. Good morning. Big Mike in the house.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yo, who are we? Divine and Devonair. In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. Divine and Devonair. In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. Divine and Devonair. We're back again and we're stronger than ever. If you ever say we weak, please, no, never. Cause the rhymes that I say, they are from my mind. And for those who don't know me, my name is Divine Devonair. That's me in the place to be. Beatbox of the year. Most definitely. And people out there, yes, we are related. My beatbox and my rhymes, this should be gold plated. I have a golden voice. I'm the audience choice. And my rhymes are real hard. They can never be moist. Who are we? Divine and Devonair. In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. We're hardcore rappers standing back to I'm debonair, and we taking no shots. Now we like to seem hard to perpetrate the word tough. Cause where we rest at is the city. Rough buck, for those who don't know, for people on slow. Rough buck means the city of Buffalo. It's like a skip, hop and jump to the city of New York. They even named it twice, so why should we take short? So if they want a battle, I do so they can because we are Lamont and Debonair. In the place to be. Lamont and Debonair. Rockin' most time. Lamont and Debonair. Chillin'. Lamont and Debonair. In the place to be. Lamont and Debonair. Rockin' most time. Lamont and Debonair. Chillin'. Lamont and Debonair. Lamont and Debonair.
Good morning, Sean Dawn. Even the Rush Network. What's up? What's up? What's up? Bring your character in the building. What's going on?
Lamont and Debonair. In the place to be.
Hit that like button on.
Rockin' most time. Lamont and Debonair.
Share that joint.
Lamont and Debonair.
Yeah.
In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. In the place to be. Rockin' most time. Chillin'. Now to alleviate the pressure from the dumb and confused. Can't you tell, home kid, when you're being used? I'ma leave you all home and all in a thing. And if you bad, mother, get out of this maze. I'm most infamous, not low behind existence. Could you blame me, Julio, for being persistent? Now our names have been pervading all through this hood. I say you do, but they say we're good. We're ambidextrous with both of our hands. We hold the mic in this one as we wave out our fans. We're Xenos, homeboy, we're the highest point. What makes them on the bounce? I'm smoking the joint. Oh, that's why they're high. What? Nothing to do. They must be really messed up to come messing with you too. In the place to be. Rockin' Moose Star. Chillin'. In the place to be. Rockin' Moose Star. Chillin'. In the place to be. Rockin' Moose Star.
Yeah.
They hot as
Divine.
big glasses I got on.
Yeah, no doubt. Divine and Debonair.
I forgot
No
the young
doubt.
lady's name I bought them from, but I'm gonna shout her out when I figure her name out. But
Yeah, yes.
yeah, that's hot. That's hot.
Debonair had to play that joint this morning. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Come
get
on.
this thing moving and get everything up. Get right up to a 10 up in here. You know,
Yeah.
y'all mental health. Put
Get
it
your
right in the
blood
comments.
flowing. You know it.
Man, yeah, get that.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what
That
I'm
is the
talking
perfect song too.
about. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Grand Rising,
Doubt,
everybody.
no doubt.
Grand Rising.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
good
just
morning,
thought
good
about
morning,
it.
good
That
morning.
first one made us pump our brakes, and this one got the blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? You got to slow down
Yeah.
so you can feel it move.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No doubt, no doubt. So I'm in the building. Make sure
Good
y'all click that
morning,
like button.
everybody.
Click that like button on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. Make sure
God
you
did
share
it
it.
again.
You know what I'm
Somebody
saying? Make
somewhere
sure it's
didn't
true.
get up, but he allowed
Yeah.
us to have one more day.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. What we got going on this morning?
Ooh, we got a
Hey.
lot going on this morning. A lot to talk about this morning. Let me just pull it up. And thank
Yeah,
you
we got to
everybody
get
for
it in
joining
today.
us
We got
this
so excited yesterday we
morning.
forgot it.
Right. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to talk about this morning.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody for joining us this morning.
Yes, good
Just
morning.
pulling everything up. Let us know where you are from 1 to 10. I am definitely claiming a 10. There is
Girl,
a
we
new
just sent you 2 more. Where you was at?
Say that again.
Miss Brown sent you 2 more. Where you was at? She had a 12.
Oh, I know that's right. I know that's right. Come on, Miss Brown. Listen, I had to send this to my kids yesterday because I swear I can make a whole dinner, breakfast, lunch. If there's oodles and noodles in the house, my kids
They
love
want
noodles.
them.
Mhm.
Man, Miss Arkansas, it could be a whole meal. That the oodles and noodles at this point is like an appetizer.
My grandchildren too.
Right. So I had to send this to them yesterday because there's a noodle recall. Thank you, babe. I think Big Mike sent me this. I got so much news. We got a lot going on. So in May, Sun Noodle, and I'm getting this from Newsweek, everybody, but you can actually do a simple internet search and it'll let you know what's going on. So Sun Noodle, a food manufacturer in Hawaii, voluntarily recalled its S&S cup salmon noodles with the soup and garnishes because of undeclared presence of egg, a major allergen. So this has affected products that were distributed in Hawaii, California, Nevada, and Utah. So if you have been in or around any of those places and you have these noodles, get rid of them. The recall has now been designated as a Class I by the Food and Drug Administration, which is the most serious type of recall. Previously, the recall was not under any of the FDA 3 classification levels, but now it is. According to the FDA website, a Class I recall is issued when there's a reasonable probability that use of an exposure to a product could cause a serious adverse health consequence or death. So that's what's going on with that. Do you all eat the noodles? Eat the oodles?
Yeah.
I used to.
I stopped eating them years ago.
Yeah.
When I start seeing how they blow up when they just sitting in the bowl, I start saying, dog, what are they doing in my stomach?
Inside of you, right?
Yeah.
There's restaurants ramen restaurants where you can go, and now these guys, Grand Rising, Thelma, now they make whole meals out of it. Cut any type of meat up in it, put eggs, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Ramens. They become ramen bowls.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of the restaurants.
Snoop Dogg got a cookbook
with the ramen.
All different ways you can make them with the ramen noodles. Yeah, Snoop Dogg got a cookbook. Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out.
Smoking all that good.
Hey, you already know. He got the munchies, something you can do real quick.
When you high, you try to fix it.
Fix it up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I better put this in the stove.
Yeah, shout out to
I'm going to pull up the video that we were talking about yesterday. And let's start the conversation, everybody. Let me just share my screen. I have so many screens open here. I just want to make sure I get to the right one.
Yes.
And let us know. Don said, nope, don't eat that brand.
Yeah, no.
I don't even like bananas, but I have to have one every once in a while.
Yeah, I love bananas. It's my favorite.
I really don't like nothing soft in my mouth.
Can y'all hear it?
Competition with you. He cannot love you properly because honestly, if he was to treat you the way that you're really supposed to be treated, and if he was to lift you up to your full potential, then you would recognize that you are too much woman for him. He can't love you properly because for real, he knows for a fact that he's not supposed to be dating women like you. He caught you at a vulnerable moment. He caught you at a point in life where you weren't feeling your best and you wasn't thinking your best, and he slid in there and acted as if he was the best thing for you at that time in your life. But what you really didn't know was he was a leech, and he's sucking on you for dear life, and he's holding on you for dear life, because if he lets you go, your life improves. His declines tremendously. You're sleeping with the enemy and you don't even know it. That's why he can never be proud for you. That's why he never claps for you. That's why he never cheers for you. That's why he never applauds for you. That's why he can't love you properly. That's why he never encourages you. That's why he never supports you, because if he really lets you really tap into your full potential, you'll realize that you don't need him. Am I lying?
Let's open it up. Let's open it up.
You know what I want to say about that is, a lot of time when these people are speaking, they speaking from their own experience. You know what I'm saying? They saying what's really on their mind. That's what I get out of stuff like that. So maybe he treated women like that, or maybe he took them through stuff like that. I don't agree with that, because all men are not the same, just like all women ain't the same. So
have you ever had an experience like that where you were in a relationship and the person just wasn't rooting for you because they didn't want you to win, because they were afraid if you did begin to win, you would inevitably leave them. Because like he said in the beginning, you found out that being with that person was actually holding you back. Have you ever been in that type of situation? Or even you,
Well,
bro?
the only
Oh, yeah.
person that ever did me like that was almost 100 years old. He was like 80. He had horses and everything. This was out in California, you know, keeping being homeless. I go to somebody else's home, you hear me? And he got tired of taking me to my shows because, like I say, he was old and always talked about I need to let it go and this and that and that. And I felt like I've been doing comedy longer than I've been doing him. So I let him go. And I found out years later that he went on home to be with the Lord or be with somebody. But, you know, that was kind of hindering me because I didn't have transportation and he was my only transportation. And I knew I really didn't want him. I just didn't want to be homeless and, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like mixed emotions. But once I did step on out and got out and finally found my own, you know, things did start really happening for me.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, bro? And I'm going to play it again just so that everybody is aware of the conversation as you are coming in. Joan said, yes, I finally got the courage to leave and become free. Me too. Me too.
Yeah, due to the plenty times. Yeah, and same me. I had to bounce up out of there and get about the situation. Oh yeah, plenty times.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 80% of my life. Yeah, definitely.
Right or wrong.
Yeah.
Anyone else out there in the chat? And if you'd like to join this conversation and come on with us, you don't need to be on camera. Please feel free to raise your hand if you'd like to join the conversation.
Right or wrong.
Just play it again just so that everybody is aware. Because I think it's a lot to talk about here. I have definitely been in a situation where I realized the person was not for me. And that was kind of weird. Because if you think about it, you're with somebody, that person is your person, and they're supposed to be there with you as you are building together. But sometimes that person that's your person is the one who's actually, as soon as you turn your back, they sprinkling salt in the pot.
Yep, that part. Yep.
And that can be friendship, situationship, relationship. It can be any kind of shit. If the person don't want you to win, they don't want you to win. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's getting yourself up out of the situation once you realize it. If the person is always telling you that you can't do it, or they're never breathing life into you, instead they're liking that you're at a deficit in your life, then maybe you need to be rethinking that. So let me just play this one more again.
You know, Queen, I got this one friend. I had to check her because every time I'm laughing and talking and getting people to know who Miss Arkansas is, she tried to apologize for me like I'm just really, you know, cutting up. And I had to check her a couple of times, let them know I'm 55 years old. I can say what I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to correct me every time I'm talking to other people and they falling out laughing and enjoying me. And ain't laughing and talking with you. You know what I'm saying? So, like you say, some people will try to dim your light.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
That part. Yep. Facts.
So I'm going to open it up again. Give me 1 second, everybody. Okay.
Who is he?
He's a TikToker. I am Truth Hurts is his handle. Okay. Yeah. And this is I got this off of the Bish Gossip. Did you tag me to this, bro?
I don't know. I don't think I tagged you on this one.
Oh, okay. Somebody tagged me to it or sent it to me. That's how I ended up with it. And thank you to everybody who continues to rock with us and sending us news.
Yeah,
sent us a bunch of stuff. My babe sent us a bunch of stuff. My mom, my daughter. I love that we are getting information so we can have conversations like this. You know, if it's something that you see on social media that you would like us to discuss here on the morning show, send it to one of us or tag us to it and say this might be a great discussion. That's how a lot of people are. Listen, everybody's going on social media to discuss. Okay, behind scenes, how because bro's always talking about, you know, pushing this digital thing and marketing. And I was telling them Don Lemon is somebody that I like to watch. He used to be a CNN commentator. I think he still might be on there. And even Don Lemon said that the major networks are not tapping into this, what we're doing right now. That what we're doing right now is really the wave to be riding, because this is where you get the information, distribute the information. Thank you so much for that, Bam Fam. You had us jamming this morning on Divine and Devin. Made me want to beatbox. Let me go on and play, everybody.
Properly, because he is secretly in competition with you. He cannot love you properly because, honestly, if he was to treat you the way that you're really supposed to be treated, and if he was to lift you up to your full potential, then you would recognize that you are too much woman for him. He can't love you properly because, for real, he knows for a fact that he's not supposed to be dating women like you. He caught you at a vulnerable moment. He caught you at a point in life where you weren't feeling your best and you wasn't thinking your best, and he slid in there and act as if he was the best thing for you at that time in your life. But what you really didn't know was he was a leech, and he's sucking on you for dear life, and he's holding on you for dear life, because if he lets you go, your life improves. His declines tremendously. You're sleeping with the enemy and you don't even know it. That's why he can never be proud for you. That's why he never claps for you. That's why he never cheers for you. That's why he never applauds for you. That's why he can't love you properly, because he's jealous of you. That's why he never supports you, because if he really lets you really tap into your full potential, you'll realize that you don't need him. Am I lying?
Is he lying?
Nope.
And this is him or her. I'm going to bring it to men and women, because you have some women who don't want their man to do better because they feel like in doing so they will leave them, or you'll see me for my true colors, or I'll have to work harder because now you're trying to elevate your life. And here I am just sitting on the couch flipping through channels, eating potato chips.
Well, I raised my children to know that don't let nobody make you feel like you just need them. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I can let anything or anybody go. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the day where my true help come from. As long as he don't leave me and he don't freak out on me, I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about God. But, the relationship I'm in now, and I can call it that because I like him. But like he got a cussing spirit. I cuss too, mainly when I'm at my shows. I don't do no whole lot of it. I used to be like Bernie Mac's little sister. You know what I'm saying? Every word was a cuss word. And like I was explaining to him, I don't have a problem with you cursing. Just don't curse when you're talking to me. You know what I'm saying? And he tried to explain to me this how he is or was or whatever. I said, well, time bring about a change. You know, and then he said something to me, and I told him, I said, well, I'm a cat, not a kid. So you can't talk to me no any kind of way or treat me no any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I said, no, we don't be together. We got to get it together.
That's right. Okay, yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, bro?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, he on point with it, and it is what it is. I mean, that's 80% of my life. You talking to the choir right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I stay at it though, you know what I'm saying? And then thank God I have a wife that supports, everything I got going on, and also, vice versa. So, because when we not grow, everybody grow. You know what I'm saying? That's in my circle, including the wife and anybody that's involved, that's supporting, is getting a piece of the pie when I elevate. You know what I mean? So yeah,
And another thing I like about him,
but that's if you're sleeping with someone that's not for you.
Right. And another thing I like about him, he saw me out there selling them tickets and stuff. He said, let me get some of them. I'm going to take them to work with me. And I gave him 10, and he just told me yesterday, he said, I ain't got but one left because he wanted to give me the money. I said, no, just give it to me when you ain't got no more tickets. You know what I'm saying? Let me collect everything like that. But I like how he want to help me make it happen,
Yeah, support, yes, definitely. Support is important, you know what I'm saying?
So I'm going to keep this joker.
Yeah, and that thing about support, you know what I'm saying? People always think support is all about money. You don't have to be money all the time.
Not at all.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, get on this social media and just share one time.
You
like something now and then. That helps the algorithm that more people see.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all don't have to spend no money to support us. All you gotta do is share it on your page. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All
And if
13 of
your
y'all can
finger
share on your
broke,
page.
use your elbow. I don't care what you
Yeah.
gotta use.
You
Click
know,
like and subscribe and share.
that's the thing that that if you like something and it's
Good
cool and you feel
morning.
good, share it. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that I like that I love, I'm gonna share it and I'm
You
gonna click
right.
like all the time. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know what I mean? But some people is watching just to be vultures. You know what I mean?
You
But
right. What they
but at
gonna
the,
say today?
yeah, but at
What
the
they
end of the
gonna do
day,
today?
it's free to do. You know
But
what I'm
we
saying?
want
I gotta
y'all
be
to
money.
keep on peeping.
Yeah, ain't nothing. Keep on doing what y'all
Because
doing and keep on
eventually you
sharing.
gonna come on the right side.
Yeah.
Mhm. I also wanted to show a video. I thought that this was pretty dope as well. Let me there. So I don't know if y'all have seen this, but nearly 100 Black students dressed as kings for a special award ceremony. Let me just share my screen, everybody. I thought that this was pretty dope, and then we can, I guess, move on to music and marketing or whatever we got going on this morning. Let me share this. So this is one of those positive things that we want to bring more of as we. I'm sharing the wrong screen. Yeah. Let me stop. I got so many pages open. Okay.
So I'm looking young and feeling grown. Hey.
Bam Fam says some relationships be the jealousy of what that person is becoming. I agree. Some people cannot take when another person is doing more than they are. Some people just can't deal with it. He said, I saw it. Wasn't it dope? Bam, I wonder if you sent it to me, Bam Fam. Because I had it saved in my chamber and I wanted to show this. But yeah, some relationships, you really have to be careful who you are dealing with. And that's in any ship.
Right.
Any ship. Because some people, because of what they are not doing in their life, I'm not even going to say because of what they can't do, is what they aren't doing in their life. You doing something will shine a light on it in their head. So they can't see you doing better for them. Some people can't not insert themselves because they feel like they need to be relevant. And if you're relevant and they feel like they aren't relevant, then that's a recipe for disaster.
Right.
It's a recipe for disaster. He said,
right.
No, but I'm doing it. Let me share my screen. Did my screen freeze, everybody? Am I still there?
Right now, just waiting. Did you push play?
Yeah, push play. Yeah, push play.
There you go. Now make it big.
I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble.
What? Look at that.
I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble.
We need more of that. So nearly 100 boys from Icon Preparatory School, a Black-owned nonprofit corporation founded in 2018 by mostly HBCU graduates, attended the 2024 Sons in Suits Awards dressed as kings to accept their honors. The boys donned majestic attire resembling historical monarchs to symbolize the dignity and potential that transcends in each one of them. Look at you, God. Look at you.
That's what's up.
Man, can we get more of that for prom?
Congratulations to all of them.
Okay? Because your clothes, the way you dress and stuff, it really is, it can affect your inner being.
You right.
You know, it projects on the outside, but it can affect your inner being. I love to dress up because it makes me feel so
Girl,
good.
who you telling?
Right?
Now around the house, I might throw on anything, but once I leave out my house, you ain't gonna catch me slipping.
Okay. Okay.
And it ain't just for the people. You know what I'm saying? When I feel good, hey, you catch me dressed up, I really feel good.
It's for me.
If I'm just all down and stuff, and then you know something wrong with me if you catch me looking any kind of way.
Mm-hmm. I tried, Ben Fam. It wouldn't let me to make it bigger.
Yeah.
That's what I told somebody the other night. Make it bigger.
Pause.
And you know what, Miss Bahaga, you and had the nerve to say something about me playing that song with the words.
Nah, see, man, you don't even know what I'm talking about. That's your little dirty man.
Yeah. Let's take everybody to the morning show right here, y'all. We're gonna take a break.
Good morning, everybody.
Right black, y'all, right here on the morning show. No doubt. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Naquasia, and you are listening to the only show moving in the morning, the Morning Show Podcast with Joker and Vet. Every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. And I don't want nobody but you tuned in.
They really feel me, I ain't keeping in touch. When they down low, hating, don't be peeping in much.
That's why I'm on the low when I'm getting this dough. Just like Uncle Luke when they peeping the show.
Even the roads in concrete be forced to grow. That ground you be under if you forced to low.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6 be slick just like CeeLo. Chest so big to grind like Rambo.
First blood is spilled, tension is built. Every sentence, every bar, every mention is killed.
I'm caught the party, sipping on Bacardi. You lying in your rhymes, I'm lying like Ed Hardy.
Bugatti skirt, 0 to 60. If I stop to think or blink, you might miss me.
Mach 10 to win, smile just grin. Blessing my mess, somehow I still sin. Crooks off the book, you shook like vibrators. We driving a ride, we out like radiators.
Yeah, tailgaters, kill haters, snipe shit. Dutch clear, nothing left but night shit.
Gang shots, 5 hits, real quick. Changed up the ski mask and outfit.
Night dark, we lit, Edison. Sit the yak while Joker smoke the medicine.
That's why they call me the high joke. You like the match without no smoke.
Mike Jordan, game 6, I won't choke. They complain about shit, but won't vote.
This the realest shit that I wrote. You cats not hard, you soft like egg yolk, Paul.
Cause, give me a round of applause. Don't come around here unless you come with bars.
Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right back. Bouncing right
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's the Buffalo, Brooklyn joint right there. Shout out to all the downloaders who download the track, man. We're doing amazing on that. We appreciate and salute to everybody who supported, you know what I'm saying, DIY and all that. We've been pushing that thing for a while now. And shout out to my DJ, not my DJ, but one of my favorite producers, DJ Payne One. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the young lady and the young man who are A&Rs in the business that's in the machine and understand what's going on. And they had special guest Curtis King on their podcast. You know what I'm saying? Talking about why he left. You know what I'm saying? And, and you'll see the difference of the people that's in the machine that's still pushing the envelope because that's their job. They still in the machine, and you'll see this the debate how this is a tug of war. You can tell that this right here gonna be disagreeable movement, but it give y'all a different perspective on what we're talking about or what's going on with this DSPs thing and all that. You get a different outlook of that. Yeah, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. A big shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. Yes. No doubt. So we're gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody have any questions, any comments, and we can go ahead, put them in the chat. We'll talk about it and everything. I think this is really important right here to have this conversation because a lot of mainstream artists is going DIYer. You know what I mean? A lot of them come out new albums, becoming DIYer, and I just got a little connect talking to DJ Scientist, one of my other DJs I love, and producer who DJs for Yin Yang Twins, Bubba Sparks, and Lil Jon. Me and him had a conversation, and he went to a couple of places overseas DJing, and talking with a couple of people out there, including what I'm saying, the Queen Mary J. Blige, who's not under a label right now, and her next album is going to be DIY. You know what I'm saying? And so your favorite artist, Vet Green, the Queen. You know what I'm saying? Look like Mary J going DIY also.
I love
for
Mary
her
J.
next album. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is definitely going that route because the labels and everything's getting exposed in different perspectives. You know what I mean? Shout out to Uncle Luke talking about how him and Two Live Crew was DIY before they got the deal, and then they made more money. You know what I'm saying? Under the truck. Master P talks about it. He was just on another podcast I was checking out yesterday. Also, he was saying how he was selling stuff off the trunk, being an independent label, and he said that's pretty much what they was doing. And you know what I'm saying, and all that. Slim Thug. You know what I'm saying? So people have been doing this with the mixtape movement in the 2000s, and they made more money doing that than with the label and you know what I'm saying, all that. So let's go get right into this movement right here, and let's get right into it. And let me go ahead and press play here.
And now you got young artists who are voluntarily making bullshit purposely to try to game the system.
But is that more about the consumer, though?
And I say that respectfully.
You're saying that as somebody who streams, though.
Just real quick, Aaron, I got love for you. I'm gonna say this though.
And get into it.
That's why I want to make the producer video. So this is kind of the pilot program.
That's DJ Payne One, the 4-time Grammy nominated and the Grammy winner. DJ Payne One. He produced my song "Never Die." You know what I'm saying? And I got other producing tracks in the chamber for the next album. He's an amazing producer, DJ out there in Wisconsin. That's where he's from. And he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying?
What's going down, everyone? It's the podcast that has many names now. There were a couple that I liked. Till further notice, at odds, there were some new suggestions. So what I don't want people to do is stop giving us suggestions in the comments. There are some great ones.
EP&D was pretty good.
Yo, that was one of my favorites, actually. EP&D, that was dope. With the logo and everything.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That means my name's at the front now. Wow.
It has
I started last, but made it to the front.
It's the tradition. You moved up. You're a name partner now.
But before we get started, gotta let people know that this episode is brought to you by Two Lost, the most advanced, the technologically advanced music distributor out there. You know, a lot of people, because we distribute to over 450 stores, a lot of artists find when they move their catalog over that they notice a bump in sales just because we're distributing to more stores. But we got a hell of a lot more features. Log in, check it out. Use the promo code PAIN, PAIN. Don't have to pay anything for 3 months, so you can log in, check it out, see all the features, and see if it's the right distributor for you.
And it's $2.99 after that, so it's not that we're trapping you in something that's going to run up your entire budget.
Yeah, and also I didn't mention this before we jumped on. I got to start out kind of on a sad note because the music industry lost somebody, a super special person, Rosalind. I always butcher her last name. It's Covarrubias. I don't know if any of you guys knew her, but she's just one of those people in the music industry that is not like the stereotype, like super positive, always willing to help people. I met her back in the Funk Volume days. I think she started off doing music stuff for MySpace, like in the early days of MySpace. And then when MySpace tried to have a resurgence, I know that that's when we kind of did some stuff with her with Funk Volume, but I've maintained a relationship. You know, it's just one of those people that you don't have to see all the time, but you know that they're super genuine, always willing to help, just super positive. So it was a super shock that we lost her. Don't know how she passed. But definitely wanted to shout her out because, you know, she was definitely one of the real ones in the music industry, helped a lot of people out, especially the Filipino community. I know,
and not obscure either. She was 30 Under 30 with Daniel Ek in Billboard magazine back in 2009. So this was.
My daughter was diagnosed with medulloblastoma. Lily lost the ability to walk, talk, and all of her motor.
We'll keep it going here.
This was a while ago, and this was big. And yeah, she was the MySpace executive, I believe.
Yeah, I know she had a great relationship with Guap, great relationship with Sweetie, and a lot of the other Filipino artists. So yeah, just want to make sure to shout her out before we started this episode. But now we can jump into less important stuff.
Well, what's most important is Curtis King's lighting and framing. And now that you put us all side.
I'm not gonna lie to you, it's bothering me right now that I'm so far at the bottom and I see the space above my head because I've been learning about composition. It's bothering me, but it's cool.
Well, yeah, rule of thirds gets me all the time because then I want to slouch or not slouch, and then I'm uncomfortable and I got to move my camera mid podcast. But we got the Brady Bunch intro screen squares up, and you can just kind of see the contrast in lighting and quality. And I have a cat hotel happening at my house, so you might see some weird activity in the background. I'm just anticipating the comments. Anyway, all four of us, well, really all three of us, let's take Curtis King out of it, have mixed opinions.
Yeah.
Sometimes we agree, sometimes we disagree quite a bit on just the streaming model in general. But we've been.
Wait, do you want to give Curtis King his intro? We didn't.
Yeah, I'm about to.
People may not be familiar.
Oh, if people aren't familiar with Curtis King, just stop watching this video.
Right.
We've
retention just went down the drain with that one.
I think it. People don't like admitting that they don't know who somebody is. So
true.
I don't think that's going to hurt my retention. But we've been disagreeing about the recent changes to streaming, not just Spotify but Deezer as well, and this conversation is not just an extension of that, but it's a conversation with somebody who took his disagreement philosophy with Spotify's new models and I think streaming in general, just the way revenue's generated with streaming, and has pretty much become, and I use the term lightly, a martyr for that philosophy. So his name is Curtis King. I know him as a producer, but I've recently seen vintage photos of Curtis King. He's been rapping for a while. He kind of does everything.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who he is, I feel like our channels have basically just been running in parallel for the last decade plus. So you should know. I've been on his channel. He's been on my channel. Curtis King, we appreciate you for being on today's episode.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate Dame being the one specifically to invite me to this cage match. I don't think I've ever been invited.
And Dame, don't know who Dame is. Dame is the A&R. He's been the A&R for years for a lot of companies. You know what I mean? A lot of major companies, Atlantic Records to, he moved to Def Jam, slightly interned. He interned, I believe, at Interscope He did a lot of things. He's been around for a while. He put a lot of people on in the industry in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? I don't know if I can remember a name a few. He probably would name a few. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was one of the A&Rs for I think Justin Bieber back in the day. I believe one of the A&Rs who helped Soldier Boy too back in the day. But he's definitely been in the game for a long time.
Yes, I have. There was one of the time the guy popped up with an oven glove. That somebody challenged me to a conversation on that note. But I say thank you for even entertaining it, because I don't look at myself as a martyr at all in this. I look at myself as someone who got tired of complaining about the same thing and doing nothing about it. And so when I'm making these moves, not once have you seen me say, hey, you artist, hey, you producer, take your music down. These are grown men and grown women. They know what decisions they need to make for themselves. This has been something that has been on my mind since the stream model was first introduced. And I was just too scared to do anything about it until my 38th year. And in having really a renaissance of my own in my art, where I said, I'm not making art at the highest level possible because I'm too concerned about these vanity statistics and metrics and things that weren't even a factor when I started. And now it's changing the way that I have made music and my dedication to music. I took it off, and I'm telling you, some of the most genius minds that I know in independence and just marketing in general. Shout out my former manager Salas. Shout out LaRussell, who fell off on the bench damn near when I saw him.
LaRussell was LaRussell was really the first one to really go DIY, man. LaRussell, amazing artist, man. Y'all need to go down that rabbit hole with him, man. He's amazing. You know what I'm saying? He made a lot of money on being an independent DIYer, man. He's like the mentor of Curtis King, pretty much. And he's a beast. I mean, he's making close to at least $4,000 to $5,000 a day off his DIY right now. So he's definitely doing some big things.
I took my music off. It's not like I haven't thought this through. It's not like I haven't talked to people, like I said, who are not some of the brightest minds. Dame's another one who, you know, bro, we came up studying what you did with Funk Value. That was a case study for the independent label I was on called Black Cloud. You were a case study. I remember seeing the video on the documentary of the Halloween show where it wasn't packed out, and you guys found a way to turn that into packed out shows. We were trying to study that. So I think when some people look at it, I'm not saying you in particular, Dame, I think when people look at me, they have their own biases about artists, and they think just another dumb nigga making waves. That's all it is. But it's not that with me.
Yeah. So I mean, so this episode basically, I reached out to you because more recently, you know, obviously you took your music off of Spotify, but you have a lot of content kind of, I don't know, bashing's the right word. You can rephrase it or just kind of give your stance on streaming. You know, my stance on streaming is like, I see a ton of benefits when it comes to streaming. It's not a perfect system at all. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but I've seen a lot of the positives that come from it. So when I see somebody say, you know, or just complete, like constantly saying negative things about stream, like, okay, we have to recalibrate and talk about some of the positives as well, because I think they're being missed in the dialogue, missed in the content. And before we even jump even further into this, like, I mean, you can say what your stance is, but I know you have a project coming out. Is the more content that you're putting out, is it to push towards, is the bashing of streaming marketing for?
That's interesting.
At Vistaprint, we print your brand on everything, like t-shirts, hats, totes, hoodies, and ooh, really fancy water bottles. So
it is. Let me say this. It is not solely for that, but it did turn into a conversation that said, these are the people in the demographic that I'm going to be trying to reach through ads anyways.
Mm-hmm.
These are the human beings who I'm going to go direct to consumer. It is just talking about streaming is bringing out from the woodworks the people that I didn't know were already sitting there that weren't my own fans, who love albums.
Now, Dame had a point. Dame is real strong because he's definitely been part of the machine. He, I'm gonna be honest, he really don't know solid detail in marketing because he's part of the machine. He just knows promotion. Promotion is radio. Being an A&R in the machine, that's all you know. They have most of these back in the day in the 90s, 80s, 90s, even 70s. They have a marketing department in the labels, but I think that department was a waste because they never do marketing and the labels never do marketing. You know what I mean? In every aspect of a producer would tell you that that's in the game that they don't see labels doing marketing. The only person that do marketing is the artist or the artist management team who does marketing. They go the extra mile on things. Shout out to Jay-Z who understood that model when he came president for Def Jam. Those who remember, Jay was president, and he understood and overstood that they're missing that piece of the pie of doing marketing, and that's why he stands firm. Dame stands firm of what he says. That's why they're going to agree or disagree in this conversation, because he stands firm with the machine. And I get it. That's his bread and butter. That's his check. He don't want to disrespect the machine, the Jewish community, and nothing like that. Shout out to the Jewish community. I love them. Good people. You know what I'm saying, and I get it. But at the end of the day, so you find a person like a Curtis King or Leonard Russell who's making more money than the average person that's on a label per day, just off of doing marketing and knowing their audience makes a big difference on how to make a bag as an artist instead of depending on the machine to push that envelope for you, and they're getting the shares and the artist only still getting pennies. You know what I mean? Just like the streaming platform. You know what I mean? So they're gonna go back and forth. You're gonna see more of this right here, more I play this and all this. Anybody have any questions, comments? Okay.
Not really.
Who love physical product, who love all these things. So when you think about a Curtis King, I'm not somebody who thinks marketing first. I'm somebody who thinks art and creative first. That's always been my model from the beginning of my channel.
That's one thing I'm real good with, the creative part first. I'm a hip hop head. I don't care what's hot on the top 20. I don't care what's happening on the top 100. Anything that me and Boss come out with is for the community of the culture, and then comes the money, because you know what I'm saying. And so I feel the same way with Curtis on that one.
Always creativity first,
right?
But I am I'm a marketing savant of sorts, and it is not that I'm anti-streaming. I listen to streaming every single day as a consumer. It is amazing as a consumer, right? Even yesterday, I'm shooting visuals for a project not going up on streaming using Apple Music as the mode because of its functionality with my iPhone. So as a consumer, I completely understand why somebody wouldn't want to move away from there. But at the same time, I, as an artist, have to see where I'm disconnected. And then I have to start really asking administrative and business questions. Some sacrificing along the way, some very scary decisions, but look at what it's making me focus on. It's by taking my music, not just off of Spotify. That was the initial thing. The threshold thing pissed me off. But then as I started to talk to LaRussell, as I started to kind of do my own research about the predicament that Spotify is in, I started to feel bad for them to a certain degree, right? I'm not sure if I should have went to that extreme, but that's how I felt. So I said, I was going to move away from Spotify. Then it became better than bad is not good. So people made arguments for Tidal. The Tidal for finding a better micropayment system. Better than bad for me is not good. And if I'm still here and I'm talking this DIY talk and I'm talking all this stuff about how we should be establishing ourselves as small businesses, I feel like in a lot of ways it's a death by 1,000 cuts through our lack of focus because of the things we're concerned about. If I got to hear another artist, because I do consultations, tell me about how a nerdy ass playlister that never put their fingers to keys is now the new gatekeeper. Because 70, I believe that the number is 70, don't quote me on it, 70 to 75% of streams in general that are generated on these streaming websites, specifically on Spotify, are through playlists. That bothers me. It feels like gatekeeping. It feels like the 90s when folks were getting demo CDs and trying to get signed. That's what it feels like for me. And I know I can be a bit extreme, but when
I feel the same way. I feel the same way, no doubt. You know, me being signed to a major before, I understand and overstand. I was signed to 2 major companies, and I feel that same way. Seeing how they move, but one of the main companies that I love, you know, they'll meet you halfway is Sony. I love Sony. Sony is a part of that three monopoly movement they got going on with Twitch, and also was with Spotify. So they sold their part now, but now they're connected to the Twitch situation. But I do like about Sony is that they do meet you halfway, and they do understand and understand what an artist wants when you bring it to the table. You know, even without a lawyer, and that's dope. And I liked that about Sony. Even you know, when we left, when our parent label left and went to distribution with Universal, that's when things transition. Universal is different. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what your opinion is if you don't have an independent lawyer. And when you do get the independent lawyer, that independent lawyer might be working for them because they definitely have that connect and they know how to talk that talk behind the scenes. At the same time, you're paying for that lawyer. So I tell people, be careful what type of lawyer you have and ask a lot of amazing questions, but know the business first so you know what questions to ask. You know what I mean? So that, you know, let's just break that down for y'all real quick.
I see it from that perspective, and then I start to think about the project that I want to release. I see the project that I do, call it arrogant or not, as fine art. The fact that I would be in a situation in which I would make this fine art that I believe belongs behind the museum ropes, and then also go down to Burlington and say, you can have it too. Like that, something about that just doesn't sit right with me. And so these are the decisions that I've been making.
So that number I don't think is correct, right? So that number, and if that number is correct, it's including all playlists, right? So that's user-generated playlists, and I would say primarily user-generated playlists.
Okay.
Like the catalog, even when I ran Funk Volume, like most of our streams came from either direct users or user-generated playlists. So that 70%, that was one of the tweets I saw. I was like, it's a little misleading because it's insinuating that Spotify has control over this 70% of streams that happens on the platform, and that's completely. And I know that's maybe a minor point in the overall conversation, but it is important that I think we get at least the facts right. And
can I say one thing about that though?
Yeah.
What led me to that mode of thinking is the fact that their profit that they bring in is already 70% accounted for from the oligarch, right? The Sony Music, the Warner Music, the what's the other one? Sony, Warner, and Universal. They account for 70% of their income. And so when I think about somebody who is taking 70% and you're taking 30% home for your overhead, you're taking 30% home to divide amongst the pie.
That part.
If I'm thinking about that, and we're not just talking about folks who are signed, we're talking about even if you're an independent artist.
Facts.
There could be someone who listens to your music and say they account for 500 listens or $10, whatever it is. You're only getting $2 to $3 of that $10. Even if they listen to just your music because of the pie system, specifically in Spotify.
The pie system is definitely as a threshold for a lot of independent, and that's the thing that Curtis is breaking down to the machine that he's talking to right now. Dame, the young lady, and you know, pretty much DJ Payne One is in between. You know what I mean? His foot is on one side, other side. He's still trying the fence on it and still trying to figure it out. You listen to his new content and his new podcast, he's talking more DIY now because this video is like maybe I believe like a good 6 weeks old. But yeah, now he's pulling towards the DIY. Now he understand a lot of things that's moving on now than when this podcast was launched. So no doubt.
So when I look at that, when I look at just a zoomed out point of view of it, I have to think, well, the person that controls 70% of your money, the majority of the catalog that is generating you streams, why would they not have influence upon what has priority to get streaming? That's me, foil brain conspiracy theorist, but that's my mode of thinking when I say these things. It's not meant, I feel like the numbers are so skewed, I don't have to go on a smear campaign. Like the infrastructure itself bothers me.
Yeah. No, I mean, they definitely have a lot of influence. I mean, I'm not denying that. And I know in your video, you kind of 8-miled this argument because you were going to say, oh, I consider myself a thought leader. And I do say, well, how come all these other artists are winning from streaming? I know more artists that are winning today than I've ever known in my history of working with artists. I work at a music distribution company. We pay out over $5 million every single month, right?
Okay, Dane. But the question I would have asked if I was on this podcast was, okay, you paid out $5 million, but how much is you robbing them? Let's get into those numbers. He don't want to get to that bag. That's a whole nother show right there. So why you saying $5 million when it's supposed to be $160 million? Just saying.
I'm seeing finance.
They don't want me on the show, so they would definitely have an issue with me. That's for sure. Curtis Key being nice.
That's what really made me think, like, okay, I'm seeing finance companies jump into the space. Finance companies don't jump into spaces where there's no money.
Yeah, they jump into the spaces because it's a pie system and that fits their criteria. They don't say that fits what they're moving anyway. So then they don't say, and this money is there. Yeah, of course they like that system. Of course they're going to do that, Dave. Come on, man.
Right? So we have a partnership with Beatbread, and we're constantly giving advances to people that have figured out streaming and have been able to build community and to get. So I'm seeing all of these things, and I still have some ownership in some of the catalog from Funk Volume that hasn't been relevant in years, and that's still making money. So when I'm actually receiving funds from it, when I'm talking to artists every day that have figured this out, I just had a conversation with Nick D, completely independent. Now he's going to be the top of the top for sure, but he started from nothing. He started from 0 followers in 2019. And now he has 3.5, sometimes 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify, making a shitload of money from streaming. And he'll tell you streaming is his primary revenue stream. So I'm sometimes forced into these conversations where it makes it seem like, oh, Dame's just.
My thing is he's making a shitload of money, but I bet you right now, they need to have an update show on this and see where he at now. When he'll find out that 80% of the playlist is on Spotify's bots. And then I guarantee you, if he's with another distribution company or even their distribution company, I guarantee you that Spotify is taking their music down. You know what I mean? Because they're not going to agree with the system that they have to their distribution. Guess what? And then they say, well, we're going to take them down because it's all about us. So they need an update. You know what I'm saying? I need to go ahead and get with Dame and get with them and tell them to do an update on this podcast and see where they at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are shifting right now. If you go down the rabbit hole to a lot of things going on with this Spotify movement and all this, again, I'm pretty sure Curtis King got another video at 2:15 today on Spotify that update on things, and lately, you know what I'm saying, it's getting ugly right now. You know what I mean? And then and thank God that me and all my DIYers is definitely going DIY, and we're away from the drama and all that, and it's cool. But yeah,
the leading the charge for streaming because he's a business guy or something like that. I don't want to have this conversation. I just want to tip the conversation back so that we don't discourage some artists that can figure this shit out. Because I think, to be honest with you, the ones that get discouraged the most are probably artists of color, like, Black and brown artists. They're the ones that probably more hear the stuff on our platforms, right? They're the ones that got lost in TikTok. Like they got left behind in the TikTok era because it wasn't cool. Because they didn't jump on what was going to benefit them, and that window of opportunity on these platforms doesn't stay open long, right? I think it's just important to get the right education out there. It's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but I've been in this shit since 2008, and I'm seeing more artists winning today than I've ever seen. It's not a perfect system, but neither was downloads, right?
Dan, can I ask you a question specifically about what you just said? I do believe that there are a lot of artists winning in the streaming era because you are always pointing me to outliers, which is what I consider them. I sit kind of squarely between you and Curtis, as you know. I think that music is a lost leader and streaming is a part of that mechanism. But I do think that there are people who are winning. Do you find that in this group of outliers that you consistently see, are there a lot of Black and brown artists in that 3 million, 4 million, even 1 million monthly listeners? Or is it not? Does it look like the rest of the music industry?
No, there are a lot in that area. I mean, Nick is he's the top of the top. But to win in music, you're an outlier. Whether you're in 2023 or 2010 or 1999, Curtis, you've been in this for a minute. Like, I'm sure you saw homies come and go, no matter what era, whether it was cats that refused to slang CDs out the trunk or, people that couldn't do well in the iTunes era or Napster era, whatever.
I mean, for sure. I just think realistically, though, we're still teaching to the middle. I don't necessarily fully agree with it, but we can't look at outliers in an outlier economy and say, oh, well, they're doing it, therefore it's possible. Like, of course it's possible, but I think even if I look at the creators I represent and have represented, most of them sit between 250,000 monthly listeners and 1 million monthly listeners. Like, that's where they sit. So it's like, I feel like that's who we're talking to the most. I only represent Black creators. So I'm not like coming against this because I think there's value, but I do feel like where Curtis is sitting is he's teaching to the middle, again, people who have a couple 100,000 monthly listeners, and it's like,
even less.
Is this worth the effort? Or maybe it's 50,000 monthly listeners to whatever. I think about somebody like Linnell Grant, who was able to make like exponentially more on a platform. And this is not me going into the direct to consumer conversation verse, because I do think that there's a value in streaming. Again, I sit squarely between the two of you, I think, but there are lots of people.
My bad.
Since the bot thing came up and the way thing is moving right now, is it value in streaming? In my opinion, no, because you cannot find who those people are now. You can't find your audience anymore. That's the thing that's new and fresh since this episode's been up on YouTube. And that's the thing that's why a lot of people like the Mary J's now is going DIY. Pharrell already went DIY. Yeezy went DIY and put it right back in on the DSPs afterwards after he made about $10 million. You know what I mean? The people like even Griselda, they was DIYers before they were signed, and they was making more money still as them getting a label deal with Shady. They was still making close to $1 million a year in the beginning of their contract with Shady. You know what I'm saying? Without Shady's promotional help. You know what I mean? Because why? Because Westside Gunn knew exactly who he was talking to. He knew how to market his brother and his cousin, who was Conway and Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? He knew his audience. He went ahead and attacked that audience with the brand, with the fashion, with the music. You know what I'm saying? The hard copies, the shows, the ticket sales, and it worked for him. Without the machine brand was on there to give it that oomph. You know what I'm saying? Which that was a good strategy. I think that was awesome. You know what I'm saying? He put the Shady stamp on it. You know what I'm saying? But he did all the work beyond that. You know what I'm saying? When they came out with the album, Elm and Shady Records social media only promoted it for 7 days, and the rest was on Westside Gun and the team. You know what I'm saying? They had a team. West had a team. Conway has a separate team. You know what I'm saying? BSF have a separate team. They all had a separate team. They all worked together. They had an entourage of a backing to help push the brand, the music, the merch, everything, and it worked for them. You know what I'm saying? You can go and Google how much West Side Gun is worth. He's worth close to 25, 30 million right now. You know what I mean? With the staff help, but also he did the footwork and digital work itself with his team and knew exactly who those people was. That's the same the artist got to do today. You got to know who your audience is, and you got to go ahead and cater to that audience. You know what I mean? And that's one thing that me and Bars know. We know our audience. We know exactly where to go to. We know exactly what DJs to hit. We know exactly who's going to play it. We know exactly who the people that was going to love it that's in that community. You know what I'm saying? Because this thing called digital communities. You know what I mean? And you got to set your music in that community when it goes to the DJ. DJs is winning right now. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist and you're not doing an email blast to at least 5 or 6 DJs a day as an artist, then your music is really not going to go anywhere because DJs is winning right now. DJs winning heavily right now, and don't be afraid to give them a Cash App donation because they is winning right now. They're pushing music ever than since the '90s. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. And just off of our Brooklyn Buffalo to Brooklyn track is that shows you right there. We're putting up the playlists in the now. Shout out to all DJs. We're showing you. If y'all go down the rabbit hole, what we got going on IG, you know what I'm saying? Facebook. We're putting this stuff up, letting you see what's going on in our stories, in our reels, and showing you what DJs is that has what's going on. Then you go down a rabbit hole with those DJs, see how many people is following them, see their community, see their fan base. You know what I mean? And then you take all those DJs that we posted up for the past 2 weeks, and you do the math of how many people is actually hearing our music, and they're all coming to the website. And we got subscribers, we got the numbers and our analytics on our website showing exactly how many people is subscribed. Those who subscribe is the super fans. It get to the point that now that's me doing email blasts. Now Bars got to do more email blasts now because he's getting more subscribers every day. He got to give a blast to keep them engaged of what we got going on, almost every 2 to 3 days now, just to keep them engaged. It's the work behind it now to keep them so we can keep on, giving them good music, giving them quality stuff, and making money. Just saying.
But you had so Curtis and I aren't I'm not here and Curtis is not if this is gung ho streaming, I'm here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not I'm forced to cape for streaming because of the things that I hear versus the things that I experience. So
can I add this to it? Because Dame, I feel the same way. I cannot think someone who is a part of one of the most important independent labels doesn't care about independent artists. That does not sit in my head. That doesn't even make sense to me. So that's not what I'm coming here with. What I will say is this, though. I do wonder, with all the success that you're around, if there's what I call proximity bias.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see so many successful stories, can it possibly skew what the entire viewpoint of it is when I do spend a lot of time with art worth your time? And I'm not saying, I'm not putting words in your mouth, but I spend a lot of time with artists that you may not feel like are worth your time. I spend time with artists that end up becoming DJ Payne customers. I spend time with these artists and I really ask them, what is your budget? And you know what I can tell you for today's...
And I say that all the time to artists who really want to take their music career, whatever you want to call it, to another level. You got to have some form of budget. I don't care if it's a zero budget to $1,000 budget. because a zero budget, it's such thing as a zero budget because there's a thing called free marketing, and some people don't know how to push their music for free on these platforms. They don't know where to start, and I've been giving people the free jewels and the free 99 for a long time, for years, and people still don't know what to do. Don't understand. Then they go on my inbox and I tell them exactly what to do. But then when you give them that information, they see the work they have to do, and then they, I guess, anxiety kick in probably, or they just lazy, or they don't want to do the work. I don't know, but you have to do these things and it works, because I still go the old school way, the way I do things now when I don't have money or a budget, and it still works. And then we're gaining from it. We're winning every day. We're winning. I win every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why when the streaming was popping, when I was getting those checks, and those checks were looking good on streaming, you know what I'm saying? Before that threshold came and all this nonsense and shenanigans start happening. You know what I'm saying? People was wondering how I was making that much money per month off of streaming, because I was continually doing the things that were free. On then the time that I did get a little bit of money, then I invested in more, and then I was getting, it was a bigger pot, and it was getting bigger and bigger. You know what I mean? So it works. It works.
As a rapper, there are so many effing leeches from every corner that you can think of that want their studio money, that want their graphic design money, but they're using Canva for the templates, that sit up here and take advantage of their splits, or take advantage of their administrative stuff they don't know anything about, right? They resell exclusive beats, and there's things that happen to these rappers, not to paint them as victims, but they're already in a situation where they're starting in the red. To have them come to another space where they probably don't have the resources. I think that streaming can be very valuable to people who have a team to delegate responsibilities to.
Yes.
I think that at some point, though,
Yes, that
you
part.
gotta figure out how to sell. And I feel like two things have happened because of streaming that I can never let go. As much as I understand and I use streaming, two things I can never let go: the devaluing of music, right? We can blame Napster, but the decision was made to pivot this direction, and I never agreed with it. I don't know how many artists were in the room when that conversation had, but I never agreed with that direction. The second thing about this is that
Supercharge your business
talk
with the
about it.
all-new Shopify point of sale.
Let's
the
talk
all-in-one
about
POS
it.
solution built on the world's most powerful.
these people who are winning have people that they can delegate responsibilities off to and allow for to learn how to sell first.
That's right.
Because LaRussell has the ability to do an offer-based service, because he's a personable human being who can get out there in the streets and talk to someone, and that be the reason they buy merchandise. Cool. A lot of these folks who are winning and streaming have never, it seems like they never walked outside and touched grass, because you get them out in front of a show, they're not selling out. You get them out in front of a merch booth, they don't know what to do with their hands, like Ricky Bobby. And I'm just looking at it and I'm like, it is, to me, in a way, promoting laziness, but shielding it with, we making a whole lot of money. And when I look at that, I'm like, damn, your ability to sell and your ability to push something physical is your livelihood as an independent artist. If you don't develop those skills because you have daddy streaming to upon, why would you ever need to develop them? So this is where I'm coming from when I'm like, it's not about being anti it. It's about figure this into your business out so that you can get the proper funds, the cash flow to delegate and then move over there and be omnipresent. Gary Vee gives the same advice. People always talk about him and his abundance of content. There's a video, really well unknown video that sits on his channel that says, you don't need omnipresence in the beginning, my friend. He says you need cash flow. When you get cash flow, then you can start to get the people in place that can give you omnipresence. To me,
and Dame don't like that the young lady at the bottom agreeing with them, because she's part of the machine too, and he's gonna feel some type of way because she's agreeing with what Curtis King is saying. Because once upon a time, she's an artist too, and because she wears both hats. When you're doing 2 or 3 things that's in this industry and you wearing a lot of those hats, you have a better understanding on certain things that they talk about. But Dame only been on one side. So he's never as an artist. He never produced. He's A&R. You know, he looks for talent. He knows how to promote the music, what's hot going on right now, what's the trending. Them are his strong points. You know what I'm saying? Where to go with it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is good for a Pepsi commercial. This is good for a lipstick commercial or a lip gloss commercial. This is good for a McDonald's commercial. He's good at those things when it comes to the artist promotional ability and the brand they're bringing to the table for the machine. And that's cool. That's off the chain. Not taking nothing from King Dame. I like what he got going on. But when you're talking to a young man like Curtis King who's wearing all those hats, doing all those hats, perceiving all those hats, and mastering all those hats, that's a different conversation. You're not going to relate. You know what I'm saying? When she's relating, even though she's part of the machine, he don't have no understanding. That's a different language. Just saying.
That's what streaming represents. Be on streaming once you already figured out, yo, I can move this physical something, not even just CDs, vinyl CDs. I got USB cards. I got a book now. I got t-shirts. I got all kind of different things because I know how to sell. Murs took me out on tour, taught me how to sell to these music consumers. That is something that has been the reason I can.
That's one thing on my strong point. I know how to sell, and me know how to sell, and now Bars Bangers learning how to sell is we're just going to elevate and go up from here. You know what I mean? That's always been my strong point. To me, working at an urban clothing store for 7 years down south, you know, so I was trained to sell product from a CD to a bootleg CD to a DVD to clothes, sneakers, and all that, and tickets also for concerts. I knew how to sell. I was trained for that. I use that same skill set on what I'm doing right now. And that's why I'm moving and being successful every day and get bigger. It's getting better every time me and Boss come together. That's why he's getting better. He's learning. It's open, and we see the results. We see the growth. You know what I'm saying? And when you're behind the scenes and seeing what we do, and you're consistent behind that scene with us, you'll definitely see those things. And you'll be like, oh, I want to do that. You know what I mean? She will see more art, like, oh, I want to learn that. You know what I mean? Especially all my marketing students that I've trained, they now seeing it. You know what I'm saying? The case closed and the jerk takers and the Mark Lees, they seeing that. And now they're like, okay, now I'm gonna use those skills. I want to figure this out. You know, me coaching. And yeah, you know, that's the thing. When you know how to sell with the good product that you're creating, that's half the battle. That's half the battle.
Can do this for 20 plus years.
So you said a lot. So
I know that's my bad, but I just
I'm gonna try to. So again, you said I might have some proximity bias, right?
Sure.
So here's the thing. Like I said a few minutes ago, this industry was never designed for a majority of people to win. Mm-hmm. But I have a proximity to a lot of people that are winning. So there is a possibility for even the artists that you say are not worth my time to step into that lane. And there's no, you learn how to sell, but there's no reason why you can't learn how these algorithms work, learn how to be consistent, learn how to excel in this space as well. Why not do it all, right? Why not window? Why not if
like I said, this is a past due episode. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm now, by talking to my mentors, is pretty much letting AI push it forward now. You know what I mean? It's like whatever you're using the AI, and you're definitely using the keywords for your AI on your page. Is the algorithm is letting AI control the movement, and then the algorithm is coming right behind it. That's being designed. Everybody's page is different. You know, some people still running by algorithms. Some people is running by AI. Since we use AI on our music video, AI has been having our back on all across the board. You know what I'm saying? Now, me and Bars talked about that last night, and I was talking to my mentors last night also, and they was like, "Yo, you know what you guys is doing? Y'all pretty much is mothering the AI to help you move forward. What you guys is doing now because of that video y'all did. You know what I mean? And now you have the option to click. This was made by AI all across off social media, and guess what? The algorithm was set back and say, "Go ahead, do your thing, cuzzo AI, do your thing. We got your back. We right behind you." You know what I mean? And then we use the hashtag. Then They have to grab the hashtag with AI and tell AI, yo, AI, what you want me to do? That's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Now you will see the growth in a different perspective. On top of our website, who's also connected to AI. You know what I'm saying? And it's reaching the audience that know us, that know me and Bars, know the sound of the music, know the amazing content, knowing the sales of what's going on, what we're selling, what we're doing, and what we're building, and all that. We have an AI speaking on our website that you could ask her anything about us, and she'll tell you on the website. Go to the website. You know what I'm saying? It's on the screen. You know what I'm saying? RaiseTheBallEnt.com and talk to our AI right there on the corner of the screen and tell her anything what we got going on. She will tell you. She'll tell you our whole business. She'll tell you my life story. I mean, being homeless, everything. She knows everything about us. That's what makes things different. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna end this like this right now because we have some more conversation to do right here on the morning show. I appreciate everybody tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Making it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? You got the Queen Vet Green. How you feel about that conversation, that debate?
Yeah, it was a good conversation. It was definitely. I'm always grabbing some nuggets out of something and relating it to the podcasting world, or whatever it is that I'm doing, writing, podcasting, motivational speaking, all of that.
Yeah. So and Dane, and Dane was getting in his feelings a little bit because he's part of the machine and that's all he knows. But he's learning, but at the same time he want to stay in his basket because he don't want to mess up his check. I get it. Bless Dave Hart.
I think a lot of people just making what work for them work until they really see something else happen. You know how it is. They want to see if this thing that y'all talking about really working. Then they gonna try to jump in on the bandwagon.
Yeah. But when they get their favorite artist, they go DIY. That's when they're gonna move. You know what I'm saying? My mentor told me that last night. He said when it's somebody's favorite artist that they look up to all these years go DIY, that's when they're gonna move. They're gonna follow suit.
They're gonna follow. Like Trump got all the followers.
Yeah. Some people don't want to be DIY. They just don't see themselves in that space. Some people need to be, I don't want to say led, but some people need a label behind them. Because everybody's not capable. Because in my mind, a DIYer is an entrepreneur.
Yeah, and that's dope. I support that. I support anybody that want to get signed. But thinking on that one, make sure you know the business. A lot of them do not learn the business. They want to do that, and they love to do that, and they want to do that, but they don't go behind and learn the business. And then when it gets tough, then they, a lot of them come. A lot of people came back to me. Almost every day, I get a new person every day that's going that route, and they ask questions. You got to know the business. You got to understand the business. You got to understand the business. Even if you agree or disagree, it is what it is. That's the business. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then you have to figure out how to not just work around it, accept it, and move forward to another lane to where you can capitalize off of. You know what I'm saying? Because that right there is being controlled. Okay, cool. That's controlled. Let me go ahead and do this now. Let me try this then. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and book my own show. Let me go ahead and try to do this right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But please know the business and understand it. You know what I'm saying? That's the key thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but like my mentor says, what's going to happen is somebody's favorite artist is going DIY, then they're going to want to do it. And even if they want to go record label, they're going to change their mind because they want to follow their favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? Watch how many R&B singers go DIY because Mary going DIY now. Watch how many R&B singers are going to follow her suit now. Her new album is going to drop in September. It's going straight to MaryJLive.com.
Going DIY.
Yeah. You probably go to her website, probably say coming soon. Album under her own label that she owns. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't.
Not yet. It will.
Not yet. Yeah.
It will.
It actually doesn't say. It's more talking about her signing one more.
Yeah, that's her label. Yeah. And her
Yeah.
next album gonna be off her own label, which come out
Yeah.
September.
So, yeah, I think you know what it says. It's just talking about her becoming a 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee, but it looks like she might be still signed. So she stayed with Uptown Records the entire time she's been.
Yeah, but her contract ended June 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got that resource behind the scene resource of some people that's connected that I'm connected with. You know what I'm saying? Miss Davis in the house. You know what I'm saying? Paula Davis. Yeah. She's her.
Oh, that's who you heard it from?
Paula Davis.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? She said I can say her name now after all these years. Yeah, Paula Davis. Yeah. And y'all can follow her on LinkedIn. Yeah. And she said, yeah, she's staying, doing what she's doing. She signed them, and she signed in another artist out of Canada. I forgot the young lady name. She could sing her behind off the chain. Afrobeats artist that she just signed, well, about to sign. And I know she's been posting stuff up on her IG with her too, doing the karaoke and all that. So she's definitely going on that route. But no, it's another young lady she signed out of Canada. And she about to sign a young lady. She's off the chain, a major singer, and everything. So she's definitely going in her bag as an independent, and and she's definitely signing herself to her own label. So that's dope.
Okay.
That's dope. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
so
moving
what was on your mind
every...
when you came back?
I didn't hear you.
I say, so what else was on your mind when you came back? You said you got something for
us. Oprah. So Oprah has been hospitalized. Everybody, did y'all hear about that?
I just heard it right now.
Yeah, I heard she got stuff coming out of both ends.
Right. Gail kind of overshared there, but I think she was just trying to be, just talk about the severity of her being sick. So yeah, that's what Gail said, that Oprah was hospitalized and she had stuff coming out of both ends. It's not funny, but it's funny because it just makes her human, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody uses.
Well, maybe
so
she's puking and pooping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't mean poop coming out of both ends. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But
so yes,
whatever going on,
she had medical attention due to a bad stomach virus. Everybody. So so prayers to Oprah. Hopefully she'll get back. They're thinking that it's the stomach flu. Usually, or a virus. You know how that is.
You know, you're taking all them lose weight medications, your body.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't fight off all this different stuff that you was able to fight off.
So what y'all got going on today? Anything? What's for dinner today?
Oh man, it's a day by day for me. I ain't no plans when it comes to dinner. I just whatever's in that kitchen, I throw together, or wife throw together. But I'm always working, finishing up DJ Queen B shoes and other little shoes I'm doing, and staying focused on that. Designed a couple of album covers, the Logan Berry album cover that we're gonna release that single.
Every time,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Did y'all know that? So speaking of Mary J. Blige, we were talking a little bit earlier. Her album, that song "Real Love," is subject to a copyright infringement lawsuit right now.
Mary J. Real Love.
Real Love. Yeah.
That was
there before her.
No, that's written by what's my man? Chucky Booker.
Okay, so
Chucky Booker or Prince Marky D from the Fat Boys. One of them wrote that song. Yeah.
Well, Tough City Records filed a lawsuit against UMG Publishing for alleging that the composition, and this is you can you can do an internet search, but I'm getting this from musicbusinessworldwide.com. They're
website.
saying that. Say that again, bro.
Yes, that's a good website. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I like the business websites. That it contains a sample of "Impeach the President" which is a funk song recorded by the Honey Drippers in 1972. In the complaint filed with the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York on April 4th, Tough America, aka Tough City Records, alleged that it had advised UMG repeatedly of the presence of this uncleared sample and that UMG refused to engage. No one's heard of Tough City, right? But everybody knows of UMG. So again, there's that power dynamic right there. So yeah, I guess more to come on that one.
They said they done told them more than one time. You know what I'm saying? They ain't do nothing. So
and they let it slide for all these years,
right?
Yeah, they let it slide for all these years. Come on, that's almost 30 years old. You know, they've been
some money.
Yeah, you know, and these labels is definitely. I was watching the podcast. These labels is definitely struggling. You know, because what's going on. A lot of labels are losing a lot of money. They're not broke, but they're losing a lot of money. You know, and the last past year, I believe something like 60% of labels is losing like 17 to 20% that they're not used to losing as a label. So things are changing slowly.
Isn't it partially that what because I read some articles, they did not anticipate AI. So just like the independent artists are scrambling and the major labels are the majors are scrambling, so are the major labels right now. I guarantee you there's people in conference rooms and boardrooms talking about what can we do better because it's happening. Yep, every day. And they're going to come up with it because they have the money. I am curious to see what the labels look like 2 years from now because they have to do a revamp, right? Because they're doing it one way. They're going to
5 years from now. That's 2 years from now they might be in the same boat. After I say 5 to 6 years, they probably figure something out. But because right now, I think that even with the money behind and how things is moving, like when you have the top. If you look at the top 10 artists right now in the world, if 3 of them go DIYer, that cuts $1 billion right there, easy. All we need is 3. You know what I'm saying? Go Google the top 10 artists in the world. If 3 of them go DIYer in the next year, that's cutting $1 billion on everybody's pocket across the board. $1 billion.
Yeah. It's definitely about to change the way they do business. Now, we have not heard yet the numbers behind Drake, right? Because he re-signed. I feel like they're going to have to do more of that because I know the number is like astronomical. You haven't heard anything about it, which means, again, it's probably a huge number. For him to not go DIY, they had to offer him a huge package. I think they're going to have to start coming out their pockets more and leaning more towards the artist in order to.
And 50 when 50 was just on, I'll go down the rabbit hole and watching them a little reels. And 50 said that they don't record a lot of billionaires because they don't want to see a lot of black people get praised on how much money they make. And 50 made it very clear. He said, "I've been a billionaire since 2007." 50 Cent said, "I've been a billionaire since," but they don't want to record that in first. They don't want to record me as being a billionaire though. But he said, "I've been a billionaire since 2007.
Kanye said it. Remember Kanye said it some years back?
Kanye said it. And he said, and then 50 also said that he had conversations with Nick Cannon all the time. He said Nick Cannon had been a billionaire since 2012.
What they found, and if you go back to Kanye, it's everybody, when they say billionaire, they're not talking about actual money. They're talking about all of the assets, including your brand. If you're like Kanye himself is a brand. So they include what your brand is going to make. They project it, and that's how they come up with this billionaire status. And that's what Kanye was fighting against. He was like, wait a minute, I know you're trying to devalue me. I know I'm worth a lot more.
Yes, a lot of people is going through that. 50 exposed a lot of people that he knows is actual is a billionaire status. Like he said, Shaquille O'Neal, he's been a billionaire status. He said Rick Ross been big, is worth $1 billion. You know what I mean? They just don't want to record it. They don't want to see black folks come to the next level and put that on paper. They don't want to.
I wonder how because Kanye, I mean, you see what Kanye did, and then they tried to say that's why it's ridiculous, y'all, when they say, oh, he was a billionaire and now he's not. I mean, and there's some truth to it, because what happens is, just like your credit score may go down if you do something that you that's the same way. That's the same thing that happens. They're
same demographic. Yep, you're right.
Yeah,
same demographic. You right. Yep.
Yeah, it's just their ratings go down.
Yep.
Heck, I feel like I'm worth $1 billion. My value in God's eyes. Okay?
Yeah, God's eyes. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Okay. But the work that we put in, and the thing that we put in, and the value we've been doing for the past 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Just our names digitally, it's over 20 grand. You know what I'm saying? Because of the what we put in, and the digital value we put in, and the investment we put in, the time investment also. You know what I'm saying? Because your time is also money. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people I'm worth per hour $26 an hour. It used to be 20. My value is 26. Out of all things I got going on, about $26 an hour.
I hear that.
Yeah. So people like the Even Rush Network with Dawn doing. He's easy worth about $40 an hour. You know what I mean? So people like that I see that's working and grinding. You know what I'm saying? Boss Baker just came in the game and building. He's probably at close to $17 to $18 an hour. You know what I mean? And building and still getting better. You know what I mean? Now you got this AI thing going down, Pat. Now he might be worth 30. You know what I mean? $30 an hour because of what you're putting into it, the time, the learn, the knowledge. All that is value. Is value of what you're doing. You know what I mean? You gotta put that on. You gotta put that stamp on yourself and let people know. No, I'm giving you this. Like Miss Arkansas said about how much she worth doing stand up. You pay me this, but I'm worth this. Like, no, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's dope. You know what I mean? Ain't because we better than somebody. We know our worth. Don't get mad because I know how much I'm worth. You know what I mean? While you still talking and walking like you a steak, but you still want hot dogs and oozing noodles. It don't make sense to me. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I scuffed somebody Air Force Ones this morning.
Did you say you stepped on somebody Air Force One?
I stepped on somebody Air Force Ones this morning. All white too, crispy. With some muddy shoes.
Okay. That is super.
Man, that is an amazing show. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's definitely is tuned all the way in. All our people that always watch the replays. The replays is crazy, man. How them numbers looking? I know you always on the numbers, Queen, on the owner of Green Links Media, black-owned, black female. Stop playing with y'all.
That's right. We are definitely growing. We're going to continue to grow. I can't wait until the new season starts next week, everybody. We want you guys to engage more. If you would like to come on and have a conversation with us, just raise your hand. We're going to have times where you can raise your hand and say, I want to join the conversation. So it's more to come. We are constantly evolving. Evolving.
No doubt. Yeah, we can go ahead and end this bad boy. Yo, can we end it with it?
Whatever mode it is. My last word on the day.
Go ahead.
It say, cast all your cares up on him, for he cares for you. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a Roman lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. So cast all your cares up on him, because at the end of the day, the devil came to steal, kill, and to destroy. But God came that we may have life and have it more abundantly. So enjoy this day, because it wasn't yours. But since God gave it to you, you got to make the best out of it. In that order.
No doubt. That's dope. I like that word village, and I'm always villaging. That's my strong point.
Man.
Yeah, always. When I leave the house, I'm villaging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and my wife be like, your wife be like, I'll be like, yo, you see that so and so? She, I ain't see that. I said, yeah, I be knowing what's going on. I ain't see that when I was behind me. Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, you got to at all times. You know what I mean? That's what's up. You know, so we gonna get up out of here in the wild thing music. Shout out to my man Dynamite, representing. You know what I'm saying, out there with Miss Arkansas. You know what I'm saying, doing his thing on stage on the 20th at her event. You know what I'm saying, making it do what it do.
Yeah.
Get up out of here with the joint, man. Get up out of here. All that.
Swish. Joy. Full moon makes the sky glow. Top down as I drive slow. I'm on the highway, blowing hydro. We about to hit the club with our eye low. I said, bartender, make my drink strong. Give me a double shot on the rocks, straight Patron. I look young, Lord, and I'm feeling grown. They play Marvin Gaye. Oh, let's get it on. Front to back and wall to wall. Oh, with some stallions in there, Lord, and I want them all. I see Shawty right there, dancing all alone. I say, excuse me, miss, you mind if I dance along? She said, Dynamite, boy, you got it going on. And I've been waiting for Mr. Right to come and take me home. And I told her, easy, take it slow. The ride is much smoother when you're in cruise control. Pump your brakes,
Pump your brakes.
baby, slow you roll. Yeah, the journey is sweet. When you're in cruise control.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me, I don't know you, and I ain't never seen you when I roll through, and I got a strong feeling you trying to take a ride. Take a deep breath first, it's a purple haze. Dang, rewind that track, run that back. It's Mr. Dynamite putting it down like that. In the big body lag, you can stretch out flat. Now hit the button on the side, gal, and lean on back. She said I like it in cruise control. Slow mo, baby, that's just how I roll. Drop top down so my hair can blow. Now put the fire to the split galley. Take it slow. The ride is much smoother when you're in cruise control. Pump your brakes, baby, slow you roll.
Yes, have a blessed one.
The journey is sweet.
We're gonna have a morning show dance to this song, y'all.
Yeah.